Hello, I am Edith Wood, and this is my screencast. In this lesson plan project, the students studied a biography of William Shakespeare called Shakespeare: The World as Stage. Using 4 web tools, which included Wikispaces, TimeToast, Prezi, and Screencast-O-Matic, they collaborated in groups to complete the majority of their assignments, so there was one individual assignment. Each group was assigned a chapter of the book to read and was responsible for teaching that chapter to the rest of the class. I collaborated on this lesson plan with Miss Shapley, with whom I worked before and who I knew to be an innovator with technology. She developed the assessment rubrics, which are posted here in the middle, and I created the wiki pages and also tested all of the web tools to make sure everything would work and get past our security. Also, I gave tutorials on each of the web tools in the classroom before moving students to the labs to begin using them. And once we moved into the computer labs, I went in with the students and served as a coach, making suggestions and troubleshooting technical issues. The students were required to complete 5 tasks. The first one was a time toast, contributing to a class time toast timeline. And all of them made contributions here. They were required to include a picture and some information. The next project was the Prezi, and this was my favorite. In the past, Miss Shapley had indicated that most of her students used it mainly as a slideshow, but we required them to use a visual metaphor on this one. So this is one of the better ones, I think, talking about the lost years of Shakespeare. And they used Where's Waldo and did some very interesting things, zooming in like this and turning, and just made it a much more visual presentation, much more engaging presentation than what Miss Shapley had been accustomed to in the past. So that was very nice. After they had done their Prezi, they had to create a handout to give out when they made their oral presentation to the class, and they were supposed to use Word, although they all used Publisher, so I can't pull any of them up here at home as I don't have Publisher. Last group project was the 5 question quiz that they had to create on their oral presentation. So after they had presented, we did a smart response system quiz to see if the rest of the class had gotten what they had just taught them. After that, they were pulled in for an individual self-reflection using Screencast-O-Matic. And while they were very, very awkward with this at first, they kind of got into it and they all did a really good job. They had to show what they had worked on the screen on the site here and talk about their part in the project and how they worked well or didn't work well with the group, depending. And overall, that was a very, very successful thing to do. This project addressed the English language arts standards here at the bottom of the page. Um, those standards were included developing a topic by determining the most significant facts and details for an audience, of using technology to publish and share writing products, and of citing evidence from a text to support analysis. They also used the listening standards, which required them to make strategic use of digital media in presentations and presenting findings to convey a clear and distinct perspective that listeners can follow. In addition, the lesson addressed the NET standards of creativity and innovation, communication and collaboration, research and information fluency, critical thinking and decision making, digital citizenship, and technology concepts and operations. Overall, I would say this lesson plan was a great success. We will tweak it next year. For one thing, we'll get rid of the Gmail accounts because we had some issues with those, and just let the students use their own as they're all 17 or 18. I might tweak the time toast thing. As you can see, they all kind of bunched up there. So might maybe find a tool that we could spread out a little bit more. Otherwise, it went very well, and I enjoyed doing it and look forward to working with Miss Shapley again.